Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eko Obin, aka T. From Team Motivators. I want to talk to you about a topic called Someone Has to Say No. Yes, someone has to say no in some cases. Basically, life teaches us many things. A whole lot of things are going on in life that he has to teach us personally, based on personal experience, based on someone's experience, based on the knowledge we have. So many things entirely. But the fact is, someone has to say no. Someone has to say no on the kind of food we eat. Someone has to say no on the kind of dresses we have. Someone has to say no on the type of shoes we wear. Someone has to say no on the type of phones we use. Someone has to say no on the kind of cars we drive. Someone has to say, even on our toothbrush, even on our television, you can see that trace on every part of it. Someone has to say no. Let's take for instance, back in the days where we have no means of communication, we all do that by letter writing, and that is only left for the legions. That is only left for the well-educated. That is only left for those who went to school. That was where education was prominent. That was when education was as important as anything in the world. Not now that everyone is almost educated. Even those that did not go to high school, even those that never saw the four walls of schools, they're all educated. So someone has to say no during those years of letter writing. Hey, this is not the only means of communication. There must be a way of making things easy for people. Alexander Graham Bell came up with the telephone. Who said no? This means of letter writing is not okay. This means of letter writing is stressful. You have to move from here to destiny. Let's say someone is moving from let's take for instance in Nigeria here, someone had to move from the northern part of the country to send a letter to someone in the south. What if on reaching to that destination and the person is not there? You have to return the letter back from the person who sent it to you. So someone had to look at these things and say, no, these things cannot be this way. Alexander Graham Bell came up with a telephone. By saying no to letter writing, yes, we have to type the letter, we have to write the letters, but not as much as this. You don't have to take us this stress of doing it. So he said no to letter writing, gave us a telephone. Someone still came up and said no. This telephone call is way beyond this. The way of my thinking has to be above this limit. I have to think above this limit. And he said no. Without we having only telephone or landlines as we call it, the layman's call it, a landline, is not enough. We have to make it to be something important. We have to be everyday part of our life. We have to be moving from one place to another with our cell phone. Not if I want to call you, I have to wait till you come back in the evening before I call you. Or sometimes at night. Or sometimes in the workplace. Only no. Someone has to say no to that and give us the mobile phone. Now, in terms of development, in terms of fast track movement in technology, I'll tell you that technology is the fastest thing that's ever worked out. And in technology specifically, cell phone or mobile phone has been the fastest tool so far. Companies are closing, companies are emanating, companies are coming out with different mobile applications, companies are coming out with different patterns, different designs of phones. So someone has to say no. That is not only mobile phone, let's say technology. What about someone who came up, even in software production? Someone has to say no. Every part of our life, someone has to say no. And when you say that no, that is where technology starts to play its role. That is where your intuition, that is when your initiative start to play a major role in your life. When you say that no, come on, things in your head start working out. A solution starts coming out. A solutions that you don't expect, you don't think of, you don't expect to come out, they start coming out. So when you say that no, it means when you say that no, things that start working out in your brain, within you. Come on, think about Henry Ford. Who said no? We don't have to be using the wagon anymore. We don't have to be using the horses anymore. We don't have to be making use of the caravan anymore. Someone has to say no to it. He said no, that he had to produce a mobile vehicle moving you from one place to another with a wheel, with a rubber tire. It didn't start up that way, but because he said no, these things are, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know that this thing is not supposed to be this way. So when you start having that initiative within you, that intuition, that word is coming up to you, no. When you see a thing working around, you say no to it. Doesn't mean you have to fly it. When you see things that are working out in the way that it's not supposed to be, let me tell you what happens. In terms of productivity, people are doing things that ease up the stress of it. So what do you see that is stressful to the entire generation? What do you see that's going to be a burden lifter from the world? What do you see that is going to ease up the life of people around you? When you say no to them, you start thinking of a way of harnessing things, thinking of a way of putting things into shape, thinking of a way of getting things infused. Okay, someone said no in terms of communication. You ask me why. Somebody like Mark Zuckerberg came out and said no. While leaving the high school, we don't have to just go like, how can we just come and spend 6 years or 5 years and just go like, we'll communicate again? No, that is unfair. These are what he saw and said, no, we cannot just come and spend together. How do we get connected together? How do we reach each other? Back then in school, all we used to do then was we write the slum book and we collect contacts. There was sometimes our fathers, our mobile, these are desktop phones, our landlines. We just collect those contacts and that was all. Sometimes a week after we have some communications, we relate to each other through phones. But 2 months or 3 months later, we don't communicate again. But someone like Mark Zuckerberg said, no, this communication has to be for. In fact, I need to know your friends. I need to know the friends and the friends you know. When you go to Facebook, when you see a friend you know, you see underneath, you see you have like 30 mutual friends or 20 mutual friends. That you go to this person's mutual friends and you see people that you know and you get connected to them. So in your life, in the nation as a large, what do you see that is difficult for them? Then when you say no to it, your brain starts fascinating, getting things done, getting things infused and give you a reliable solution. And guess what? When you create a reliable solution for the world will give you what you want. That is the basic principle. If you make life easy for the people will give you what you want. So once again, thank you all for having me this moment. I'm your friend. Remember, this world is only a better place. And we're only living in this world because we're the living. The world is only created only for the living. Here I am to give you the word meant for the living. Thank you once again. My name is Ekobina, AKOBT. Thank you.